Hello, we are from Bali Wonderful Tour. So this company consists of 5 guides. The first one is me, Henry, and then Yuyun, Tini, Puspa, and the last one is Alan. Well, let's start from the first day of the tour. Check it out. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. James. I'm Henry as your first guide. How was your flight? Alright, so now let's go to our car. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, here is our car. Let me take your luggage and you may get in the car. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, now we are going to go to a hotel in Ubud, which is called as Pelataran Ubud Hotel and Spa. This hotel is located in Hanuman Street, Pengosekan, Ubud. Your room over there is premier room, and in this room there is TV, telephone, hair dryer, mini bar, and also Wi-Fi in all the areas. And in the bathroom there is bathtub. And then this room is facing the rice field view. We have arranged this room for a honeymooner. Even though you are not honeymooner, but we set up the room as the honeymooner to make your room be special. And then for the facilities of the hotel, if you want to swim, you may go to the shared pool, which is directly facing the rice field. And then if you want to buy meals or drinks, you may go to the restaurant and bar. And also if you want to do exercises, you may go to the fitness center. And if you want to make your body relax, you may go to the spa. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, now we have arrived at the Pelataran Ubud, so you may do your check-in process. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, as your check-in process has done, so you may take a rest at your room. And remember, tonight I will pick you up at 7 p.m. to have dinner at Cafe Lotus and enjoy the barong dance performance over there. Have a good rest. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. James. It's been 7 p.m. Are you ready to go to Cafe Lotus? Alright, let's go to Cafe Lotus. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, we have arrived at Cafe Lotus. Let's go inside the cafe. Here I have booked special table for you. So your table is located directly in front of the stage. So you may enjoy the barong dance performance easily, while you enjoy your dinner. So for the dinner, your dinner tonight consists of 4 dishes. The first one is appetizer, and then main course, dessert, and the last one you may choose tea or coffee. For the appetizer, it is Oriental chicken salad, which is flavored by ginger, oyster sauce, and green salad. And then for the main course, it is yellow rice corn, accompanied by pork and chicken satay, tofu, tempeh, prawn, potato croquettes, and then what we say, sambal mata or raw chili sauce, and also tomato and chili sauce. And then for dessert, it is marinated badugo strawberries, and the last one, as I have said before, you may choose tea or coffee. While you enjoy your dinner, you may enjoy barong dance performance. So barong dance performance is the symbol of good attitude or thought. As we know that this this barong dance consists of two people. One is at the head and then one is at the body. It is the symbol of our mind and our body having to move together in harmony. It also shows that our mind and our body has differences that have to cooperate. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, you may enjoy your dinner and the barong dance performance, and I will wait for you in front of the cafe. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, how was your dinner? Alright, glad to hear that. Now we have to go back to the hotel. Alright, now we have arrived at the hotel. Mr. and Mrs. James, please remember that your breakfast tomorrow will start at 7, and then your trip will be handled by my friend. Thank you very much for your day with me today. I hope you enjoy your day today, and I hope you will more enjoy your trip tomorrow until your last day in Bali. Nice to meet you, Mr. and Mrs. James, and now you may take a rest and continue your trip tomorrow. Have a good night.
Well, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. James. Today with me, my name is Tari, as your guide in the second day trip. So, for the first, let me explain you about the schedules. The first schedule is your breakfast at 7 a.m. and then the first trip place is Ubud Monkey Forest, and the second Ubud Art Market, and the third place with me, which is Chicken Tegalarang Rice Terrace. And to shorten the time, let's just move to the first schedule, which is your breakfast at 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. in the hotel. You can choose either buffet breakfast or floating breakfast. Both of them, you can still enjoy the view around the Dataran Ubud Hotel. So, for the first trip place, which is Ubud Monkey Forest, it is 600 meters away from the hotel, which is located at Monkey Forest Strip. You will have a 1-hour trip in there from 8:30 until 9:30. So there's Mandala Suciwan Narawana, or well known as Ubud Monkey Forest, is the sanctuary and natural habitat for Balinese long-tailed monkeys. The Ubud Monkey Forest covers approximately a 10 of square and contains at least 1 and 15 different species of the trees. So you will not very hot there because you will cover up by the trees, a very tall trees, and also you in there you will meet a lot of monkeys. Beside the forest, in the forest also there's a temple over there, and another activity besides looking to the natural view, you can also take a picture with them, with the monkeys, and as well as you can giving them food. And one small tips for you, don't look into their eyes due to they like to steal to avoid they steals your things. They steals the things from you. And let's move into the second place. I'm going to take you to the Ubud Art Market, which is 1.5 kilometers away from the Ubud Monkey Forest, and I'm going to pick you up at 9:40 until 11 a.m. To spend there in the Ubud Art Market. You have 1.5 hours trip in that. So there are 2 markets available at the same area. Those areas are one block at the west side, which is for a traditional artistic market, and another block is located in the east as an everyday traditional fundamental market requirements. So because we are heading to the Ubud Art Market, so we're going to the west side of this traditional market. In there, you can see a lot of souvenirs there, like mini sculpture of statue, paintings, or any souvenirs you want, or even a bags made from rattans, and those things are came from home industry, so which means it is cheap. It has cheap price for you. And last but not least, it is last place with me, escorted by me. It is Chiking Tegalang Rice Terrace, which is 9.6 kilometers away from the Ubud Art Market, which is located at Raya Tegalalang Street, and I'm going to pick you up to go there at 11:30. So you have 1 hour spending your time there until 12:30. So this Tegalang rice field is a series of rice paddies located close to Ubud and famous for its terrace layout. This one, we call it as terrace layout. This is a traditional irrigation system known as subak. We call it subak. So this is actually a rice terrace in Bali, which is very related to Balinese things. And before that, to reach the start line, you have to down the stairs away, past the river under the bridge, and then you can reach the start line. Activity beside walking there, you can also having a swinging there in the swinging area, which is you can see the environment, the natural view of the Chiking Tegalang Rice Terrace, and it would refresh your mind, and also you will be enjoy over that. And well, that's the last place with me. So lunch at the restaurant Apung Kintamani will be escorted by Miss Tini. Hopefully you enjoy your trip with me and the next few days. Cheers!
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. James. I'm Tini, your tour guide, will escort you for the next place. Based on our schedule, we are going to the Apong restaurant for having lunch. So, let's go. Here we go, Apong restaurant Kintamani. As you can see in here, why this place called Apong restaurant? Because it's really floating on the top of Lake Batur. With the beautiful view of Mount Batur, you can enjoy the natural atmosphere in here. And then for the special food in Apple restaurant is a fish, because the fish is really fresh from this lake. Then I already reserved for the special food for you. This is it. The grilled fish with sambal mata, Sambal matah is made from the fresh onion and chili and lemongrass and coconut oil. It's a bit spicy, but you should try that. And then next, you will have the mujair nyat. It's made with the Balinese style, and you will have the fish soup. And then the vegetable, and also the rice. And for the drinks, you will have the coconut fruits for the drinks. And for your lunch, you will have time until 14:30 for having lunch in here. So please wait in a second for your food will come in, and I will waiting you at the parking area. So enjoy your lunch, guys. So have you finished for your lunch, Mr. and Mrs. James? How was your lunch? Is it good? Well, it's already finished for lunch. We are going to the Toya de Fascia hot spring. It's not far from here. It's only 15 minutes for this place. Here we go. Toya de Fascia Natural Hot Spring. As your information, Mr. and Mrs. James, Toya de Fascia is the first hot springs includes with the waterfall. And in Toya de Fascia, there are 8 pools with the depths approximately 2 meters. Here is the water boom of Toya de Fascia. For come in Toya de Fascia, you should pay the ticket. So for the ticket, there are 2 kinds of tickets. The first is the gold ticket, and the second is the platinum ticket. And for your tour package, it's already included with the platinum tickets. The differences between 2 of them is the gold ticket cannot access all the pool. However, for the platinum ticket, you can access all the pool, includes with the water boom. And for the platinum tickets, includes with the locker and the towel. So you will get the towel and you will get the locker. And in Toya de Fascia, there are so many activities you can join, like the water sport or banana boat, jet ski like that, or you can enjoy the spa or having some snack at the bar and restaurant. Then after you show the ticket, you will get the bracelet. The bracelet you will use for if you want to having some snack at their bar or in the restaurant. You use this bracelet, and then in the end, after you finish, they will total your bill and you should pay it. It's not included with the tour package. Well, I think that's all from me. So here is your locker. Remember your key, and please stay safe. And then you have a time until 5 p.m. I will wait you in the parking area, so please come before 5 p.m. right? So I hope you enjoy, guys, in the natural hot spring Toya de Fascia, and see ya. Hi, you back? How much you feel right now? It's more relaxed, isn't it? Well, as our schedule, let's back to hotel and prepare yourself for having dinner in the bridge restaurant. Well, we already arrived at hotel, so Mr. and Mrs. James, please prepare yourself for having dinner, fine dining at the Bridge restaurant in Ubud. So I will pick up you later and I'll see you later, yeah? Goodbye. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. James. Are you ready to go to dinner? So, you are ready? Here we go. Mr. and Mrs. James, we already arrived at the Bridge restaurant Ubud. And as your request, I already decorate your table with the romantic decoration. With the flowers, with candles, and for your menu for dinner tonight is for the appetizer, we have the miso salmon for the appetizer, and in the main course you will have the trio lamb, and for the dessert you will have the chocolate cheesecake. And for the drink, don't forget for the red wine, you will have for the Australian red wine Cape Discovery. And then, Mr. and Mrs. James, if you want order more drinks, you can order here with the waiter or waitress. However, in the end, you should pay it. It's not included with the dinner package tonight, right? Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, I hope you will enjoy your dinner in here, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy! Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, have you finished your dinner? Is it good, right? So, it's already finished, so we should back to hotel. Let's go! Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, we already arrived at hotel. So yes, finish for today. So for tomorrow, please prepare yourself because tomorrow you should check out, and don't forget to have your breakfast before you check out, because tomorrow it will a long trip from Ubud to Singaraja. Perhaps it needs 1 hour or 1 hour and a half in the road. So please prepare yourself and remember to have the breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I will pick up you at 9 o'clock in the hotel, and we will move to Singaraja. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, I hope you enjoyed today, and please take some rest and have a good night. I will go home and see you tomorrow. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. James. Have you already had your breakfast? And how was your checkout process? Everything was done? Alright, so your luggage is already in the car, so we should go to the Singaraja because it's already 9 o'clock. Well, Mr. and Mrs. James, we already arrived at the Blooms Garden Group. In here, you will handle with my friend. Her name is Puspa. Puspa will handle you for the next place. Thank you very much for having me from yesterday until today. I hope you will enjoy your next place with my friend Puspa. Thank you and see ya.
Hello, good morning Mr. and Mrs. James. My name is Niputu Puspa Wedayanti, but you can just call me Puspa. I'm here as your tour guide today. How are you this morning? Alright, that's great. I'm good, thank you for asking. So, Mr. and Mrs. James, for our tour schedule today is going to visit North Bali tour, which is, it just takes time around 1 hour and 20 minutes to reach there from the Ubud. And just for your information, our first destination is going to visit the Blooms Garden in Bedugul. Right, so just enjoy our tour today. Alright, so after 1 hour and 20 minutes, finally we arrive at the Blooms Garden in Bedugul, sir. So, just a brief information for you, the Blooms Garden Bedugul is one of the newest flower park in Bali. It is located nearest with the Ekaraya Botanical Park in Bedugul. However, this garden is especially made for the flowers and the leaves. And let's visit the Blooms Garden Bedugul. So, as you can see over there, that there is a miniature like a swan. It's made from the leaves and also the flowers. And you can see at the back side, it's created like a swan wings, which is created from the flowers. And then there is a place for sitting, and also there is a lot of flowers as well over there, and which is the background is the beautiful hills. And did you feel cold, right? Because the atmosphere and also the weather is a little bit different with the weather at the Ubud. Then over there you can see that there is a miniature for wine's mill. It's similar like the wine's mill in Netherlands, right? Yes, there is 2 miniatures wine's mill over there. And also there is a symbol of love, which is created from the flowers. And also there is words of love, and also 2 symbols of love as well over there. So Mr. and Mrs. James, I give you times to enjoy and look around the Blooms Garden about 1 hour. Make sure you have to take a lot of pictures over there. And then I will, if you have any question, you can just feel free to ask me. Right? So Mr. and Mrs. James, it has been 1 hour. Did you enjoy this place? Is it a good place for you? So you think this place is romantic? Alright, I think so, sir. So, I'm very happy that you enjoy your time in here. However, we have to continue our destination now is for having lunch. Do you feel hungry, right? Alright, so we will be having our lunch at the Danau restaurant. It's just a 15 minutes drive only from the Blooms Garden. Alright, finally here we are. We arrived at the Danau Lakeview restaurant, Mr. and Mrs. James. Actually, for the Danau restaurant, they have 3 stairs, and I already booked your table on the top level. And over there is your Let's Coming. And over there, Mr. and Mrs. James, is your table. And you may take a look first for the menu. Just for your information, for the Danau restaurant, they serve for the food mostly is Indonesian course. However, they have 2 menu, which is for Japanese food, which is chicken teriyaki and also chicken katsu. However, just for your information, for the bestseller food in here is gurame asam manis. Did you ready to order? Alright, so I will call the waitress for you. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. James, finally here your food, which is your order is for gurame goreng and also gurame asam manis. As the bestseller food in here, there is onion rings and also French fries. And for the dessert, if I can recommend to you, this one is the bestseller dessert is strawberry pancake. Would you like me to order it for you? Sure, I will order it for you. And here is your dessert, sir. So, Mr. and Mrs. James, you can just having your lunch first for 1 hour, and then I will back to meet you again. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. James, how was your food? Did you enjoy your lunch? Is it a good food? Alright, so thank you very much. So, today we have to continue our destination for doing fun activity. Would you like to take a rest first, or are you ready to going now? Alright, that's great. So, let's go. For the next, our destination is going to visit Bali Treetop Adventure Park. It's just 15 minutes drive only from the Danau restaurant. It's near with the Blooms Garden. Alright, finally here we are. We arrived at Bali Treetop Adventure Park. Just for your information, they have 7 adventure park and also 72 adventure circuit and also 12 flying fox. And here for the adventure circuit, they will spare it for 7. There is a square yellow for small children, square green for children as well. Green circuit is introduction for circuit to get a taste of the activity. There is a blue circuit as well, orange circuit, red circuit. It's starting for the flying fox, and adrenaline black circuit, which is there is the big thrills and also breathtaking jumps over there. And just for your information, you don't have to be worried because you will guide by the patrol guides. They will assist and guide you during doing this activity, inform you as well about the equipment, and also how giving you the instruction about doing this activity. And just for your information, this equipment is made by European standard, and for the park was built and managed by French company. So I give you times to doing this activity for 2 hours. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. James, 2 hours was left. How do you feel now? Did you enjoy doing this activity? Alright, that's great. So today we will continue our destination to check in the new hotel, which is this hotel is located at the Lovina. Takes time around 45 minutes to reach there. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. James, finally here we are. We arrived at Puri Bagus Lovina. This villas was very special because they have like a private beach. And so you can doing the check-in first at the lobby with the receptionist. Alright, did you finish doing the check-in? Alright, just for your information, Puri Bagus Lovina, they have some facilities like a pool, which is for the pool is direct to the beach. It's nice, right? And they have for the restaurant as well over there, and also there is a spa as well at Puri Bagus Lovina. And the last your rooms, we already booked your room at the Garden Deluxe room, which is for the view is facing to the garden, and your room is completed with air conditioner, television, and mini bar and safety deposit box as well. And also there is for the bathroom is completed with the bathtub, standing shower, and also some toiletries. Alright, so Mr. and Mrs. James, you can just take a rest and enjoy your time at the hotel. You can enjoy all the facilities over there. And if you have any question about the hotel, you can just feel free to let the reception now by dial number 0 from your room. Alright, so I will meet you again for going for the dinner at 6:50 at the lobby. Alright, so enjoy your day at the hotel. Have a good day. See you at 6:50. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. James, finally it's 6:50 as I informed before that we will having dinner. So we will having dinner at Secret Garden Restaurant. It's just 10 minutes only drive from the hotel. And finally, Mr. and Mrs. James, here we are. We arrive at Secret Garden Restaurant in Lovina. So let's come in. Alright, there is a walkway completed with beautiful and lot of flowers. You can take a picture over there. And also over there is your table. I already booked your table for 2 person. It's nice, right? Alright, so this is the menu of Secret Garden Restaurant, sir. For the appetizer, they serve for the some soup over there. And also for the main course, they have 2 kind of main course. The first one is Indonesian main course. And the second one is for the international main course. And this one is for the dessert. You can take a look for the menu first. When you are ready to order, you can just call the waitress. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. James, here is your appetizer for the curry soup. And also here is your main course. You have ordered for one international main course, which is pork ribs completed with potato wedge. And also there is sate urap and sate lilit and urap as your order for Indonesian main course. And here is your dessert. In Indonesia we call it lumpia, but here is spring rolls completed with peanut sauce. You can enjoy your time for dinner for 2 hours, and then I will be back for you again later. Enjoy your dinner. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. James, finally 2 hours time is left, so here we have to going back to the hotel. Just like to make sure how was your food. It's nice. Did you like the food? Alright, thank you. So happy to hear that you enjoy the food. So we will back to the hotel again for take a rest. It will be takes time around 10 minutes only. Finally, we arrive at the hotel at Puri Bagus Lovina again. So for your information, this villas is very beautiful, right? Because they have a beachfront site and also private beach, which is the completed with architecture, Balinese traditional architecture. So Mr. and Mrs. James, I think that's all for our trip today. I hope you enjoy our trip today, and you have to take a rest first because tomorrow you have to wake up early morning for doing the activity to see the dolphins in Lovina Beach. Will be escorted by my friends Mrs. Alan Mirani. For information, you will be picked up at the lobby at 4:40 a.m. Alright, so if you would like to order like a breakfast box or something else, you can just feel free to let the front desk know. Alright, any question? Alright then, how was the tour today? Alright, thank you very much. That's great. So you can take a rest first and and enjoy your time at the hotel for today. My friends will pick you up tomorrow at 4:40 for doing the activity at Lovina Beach. Alright then, see you, Mr. and Mrs. James, and have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. James. My name is Alan Mirani. I'm your tour guide today. I'm going to escort you to meet dolphins and do snorkeling at Lovina Beach, then eat delicious suckling pig at Warung Pak Malen and take you to the airport. Our first activity is meet dolphins and do snorkeling at Lovina Beach. We will use small boat and there will be a captain and air guide to escort you in doing snorkeling. Are you ready to go? Let's go. Here we are at Lovina Beach, a place to live dolphin habitat. Using small boat, we need about 30 minutes to discover the dolphin spot. In the middle of sea, we can interact with dolphins closely while enjoying a beautiful sunrise. Some of the dolphins are jump out to the surface and some of them are just swimming. They are very friendly to humans and they give us a funny impression. When the sky is too brighter, it means that the dolphin attraction is over and we will do the next activity, doing snorkeling. In the sea, you can find various species of ornamental fish and there are also coral reefs as well as other typical underwater plants. Mr. and Mrs. James, it's 7:15. It's time to back to the hotel. Now, you can get a rest and don't forget to have a breakfast at 8 to 9 a.m. I will pick up you at 10 o'clock. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. James. It's time to check out. Please complete your checkout with the receptionist and I will be waiting for you at the lobby. Are you finished your checkout? Now we are going to the next place. We need about 2 hours to get there. Bali has various typical foods such as lawar, bebek betutu or roasted duck, Balinese satay or sate lilit, mujair nyat-nyat, and the most popular food is babi guling or suckling pig. Suckling pig is the pride of Balinese culinary. It is also used as offering on big ceremonial days, such as Galungan Day, Kuningan Day, and for wedding ceremonies. In the afternoon, we will have a lunch at Pak Malen Suckling Pig. Pak Malen Suckling Pig generated since 1980s and now it run by the second generation of founder's family. We are arrived at Pak Malen Suckling Pig. A portion of its signature dish comprises of steamed rice, pork meat, pork skin, satay, coconut veggies, chayatiti soup, and sambal. The pork meat is so tender and flavorful. The pork skin is so crunchy. The satay has sweet flavor and tender meat, while its spicy soup and sambal is the epitome of Balinese culinary. Mr. and Mrs. James, this is your food. Please enjoy your food. How was your food? Now, we are going to the airport. We are arrived at Igusti Ngurah Rai Airport. It means that our tour is over. Thank you for choosing Bali Wonderful Tour to escort your tour in Bali. We wish you get great and wonderful experience during your tour with us. We are looking forward to having you back on your upcoming vacation in Bali. Have a safe flight, Mr. and Mrs. James. Goodbye.